All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So the Las Vegas Raiders are a lot better than people think. We got a new head coach in Antonio Pierce being officially promoted, officially hired. He led the Raiders to a 5-4 record once Josh McDaniels was fired. Guys, this team has a top 10 defense. In fact, they were one of the best defenses in the league in the second half of the season once Antonio Pierce officially took over. And they have $43.4 million in cap space. They have the 13th pick. I've still got guys like Max Crosby. I still have Devontae Adams. I've got playmakers littered all across the board. I got Luke Getsy as my offensive coordinator. I got Tom Telesco as my GM. Guys, the turnaround is going to be quick. In fact, we already began to see the turnaround once Antonio Pierce was officially the interim head coach. Guys, I still need a quarterback. If you can get the quarterback right, you can change everything. You can change the trajectory of this team. The draft's still like over 2 months away. Sounds like Russell Wilson won't be on the Raiders' short list of veteran quarterback options. You still got guys like, trading for Justin Fields, which doesn't make any sense to me because the Bears, Luke Getsy, Justin Fields, last 2 seasons, we didn't see it in the wins, right? The Bears won 7 football games. The year before that, they won 3 games. Now, don't get too down because Justin Fields does not fit Luke Getsy's scheme whatsoever. And that was abundantly clear after their first season together, but the Chicago Bears decided to run it back with continuity. You got to respect it. Nonetheless, I love Aiden O'Connell. Our 4th round rookie quarterback, 12 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. He was 5-5 as the Raiders starter. But guys, offense is a statement. And with the 13th pick, you have a bunch of options. So that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. But before we do, if you guys enjoy it, be sure to hit that like button, hit that sub button for daily NFL content, along with a couple of Raiders videos every single week. Raiders fans, if you could try and get this video to 250 likes, that would mean the world to me. So Caleb Williams. Now, I love Caleb Williams. I think the dude's going to be a phenomenal athlete. I think he's going to be a phenomenal quarterback in the National Football League. I saw a mock draft, dude. It was like the 13th pick, a couple of second rounders, a couple of third rounders, maybe like a 2026 first round pick, Michael Mayer, Jacoby Myers. And I looked at it because the Bears want, quote unquote, generational haul for a generational quarterback. It's so funny to me because nobody has any words for Caleb Williams outside of generational. I'm not quite sold on the generational aspect because that means you're like kind of like a solidified Hall of Famer, future Hall of Famer. The thing is this, the price tag for Caleb Williams with the Chicago Bears is going to be way too high. And that's not an issue. And, Raiders fans, like if I were to ask you as a Raiders fan, would you take Caleb Williams? For nothing. Of course, the answer is going to be yes, but then when we bring in the actual trade haul, it's like, well, hell no. That's not worth it to us. But guys, when you play offense, you make everyone else play defense. And while I like Aiden O'Connell, I don't think he particularly fits Luke Getsy's scheme. I don't think he is, just like a pen in day one, next season QB1 guy. I just don't think he's there quite yet if he's going to get there. And so with the 13th pick, it's interesting because mock drafts are changing by the day. Draft boards are changing by the day. One day you'll see Michael Penix going 13. The next day you'll see Michael Penix going in the 2nd round. One day you'll see Bo Nix going to the Las Vegas Raiders. Guys, I think Jaden Daniels, and we've talked about it on this channel like all the time, I think Jaden Daniels is going to be the quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders to start next season. I really do. I think the link with Antonio Pierce and JD in their tenure in Arizona State, I think the writing's on the wall. And what's crazy to me even is, to me, Jaden Daniels is the 2nd best quarterback in this draft class. Watching this dude play, he has that big playability. And what I want the Raiders, regardless of if it's, Caleb Williams, Justin Fields, Kirk Cousins, Aiden O'Connell, Michael Penix, Bo Nix, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, it doesn't matter to me. What I want the Raiders to do offensively is impose their will on others. The good news is this. Guys, defense doesn't win championships anymore. And I'll clear this. I've been saying this in the last couple of weeks, and people are like, oh, the Kansas City Chiefs have one of the best defenses in the NFL. That's because they drafted perfectly. The Chiefs, Brad Veach drafted like world-class levels 2 years ago. Like, if we rewind the clock to 14 months ago, there were huge concerns with the Kansas City Chiefs defense because of their youth. What did they do? They won the Super Bowl. What did they do this past season? Well, they won the Super Bowl a couple of days ago, but they also had a top 5 defense in the NFL. But folks, Tom Telesco knows what he's doing, the GM for the Las Vegas Raiders. And if he can get the quarterback, and Antonio Pierce and Patrick Graham can continue to do what they've done on the defensive side, keep it cheap, keep it explosive, keep it youthful, keep these guys charged up. You don't want a game plan. You don't want your game plan to strategize how to react to someone else's plan. Defense wins championships. I don't believe in that old adage anymore. I want to rain down fire on my opponents because, folks, offense becomes your defense. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs just won another Super Bowl because of Patrick Mahomes, because of Andy Reid, because of what Patrick Mahomes is. He's going to go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. It's not because of their defense. Yes, their defense got critical stops. Their defense had a really good season. But offense is now winning you championships, man. And you're starting to see this with guys like Mike McDaniels. I guess Kyle Shanahan's a poor example, but you get what I'm saying. You need to get the quarterback right. And Raiders fans know this. And I'm just confirming it as far as my personal opinion goes. Aidan O'Connell, I think he's a great backup quarterback for the Las Vegas Raiders next season. I would be so upset if they go out there and they pick up like a Ryan Tannehill. If you go with Ryan Tannehill and Aidan O'Connell next season, I would be pretty pissed off because the Raiders at pick number 13 could give a little bit of loose change to move up a couple of spots, move up to pick 6, 7, 8, and select a player like Jaden Daniels, because it would go a super long way. And it has nothing to do with mobility even. I know Aidan O'Connell's not the most mobile. Derek Carr wasn't the most mobile. Jimmy Garoppolo certainly isn't mobile. I don't need like this crazy dual threat rushing quarterback like i.e. Justin Fields. I just want a difference maker at the quarterback position. And I really, really hope the Raiders decide in the first round to go with quarterback. I want them to go big or go home, because you want to know what? Fortune favors the bold. And that's what I think Antonio Pierce, Luke Getsy, Patrick Graham, Tom Telesco, Davis, I think the Raiders are ready to make a bold statement offensively. I still have playmakers on the offensive side. I get it. There's question marks with guys like Hunter Renfrow, Josh Jacobs, even Devontae Adams. But folks, if they can get the quarterback right with this coaching staff, right, with this defense, this all of a sudden top 10 defense, they can make big time moves in the regular season and hopefully in the playoffs starting as soon as this upcoming season. So, it's Valentine's Day right now. Hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day. But I really am feeling Jaden Daniels, not Caleb Williams, but Jaden Daniels to the Las Vegas Raiders. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your thoughts on the quarterback situation for the Raiders down below, and I'll see you soon.